Hi INFJs and autistic INFJs, welcome back to my channel. If you've ever felt exhausted, sore, or in pain for no clear apparent reason, then this might be why. We are deeply in tune with our emotions as INFJs and autistic INFJs, so our own and everybody else's. But what most of us don't realize is that the emotional sensitivity just isn't mental. We think that it is, but it's not. It affects our body in physical ways as well. So if you've ever dealt with muscle aches, constant muscle aches for no reason, or headaches, or maybe stomach issues, or just feeling physically drained all the time, then stick around today because we're chatting about why INFJs experience unexplained physical pain and how it's just not in our heads. It's actually can be linked to our high sensitive nervous system. This is a request from a few of my viewers to talk about physical pain and INFJs, so I hope you guys enjoy this. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Trina. I'm an INFJ and I'm also autistic. I help INFJs and autistic INFJs heal self-love and get a level of self-acceptance through coaching classes and community. I also love sharing resources, so don't forget to check out the resource section in the description of this video, just about said vehicle. My videos also are unedited, so you have to bear with me with my mistakes. All right, so welcome to my channel. I hope you find it helpful. If you're returning, I'm glad you came back. I'm so grateful for all my viewers. You guys are amazing. I invite you, if you haven't yet, to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would just love and appreciate the support. Okay, before we get going, INFJ meet and greet. Still one day is open for registration. I run 2 days of it. One day is open for registration. If you want to connect with other INFJs, a place where you're not judged, you don't feel like the weirdest duck in the room, you want to meet some incredible people, this is a place to come. It's a virtual event, laid back, it's casual, have fun for about an hour, hour and a half, and talk about INFJ life, autistic INFJ life, and just meet some amazing people. It's one of my most favorite things to do. Anyway, if you want more information, the link is in the description of this video. Okay, talking about INFJs and physical pain. This is actually quite an interesting topic. Growing up, I always had pain somewhere. Joint pains, muscle pains. I had massive stomach issues. And people used to make me feel bad about this, about what I was experiencing, telling me, oh, well, you're too young to be experiencing this. Or they'd tell me I was making it up. Your joints can't possibly be hurting. You're just making it up. Or they would tell me that I was a sissy seeking attention. So don't do that. Or they would tell me, oh, you're too young to be feeling this. You have to be old to be feeling this. You're just making it up. It's all in your head. And they would make me feel really bad about myself. So it became another thing that I just tucked away inside of me and let it feed my self-hatred because it was just another thing that was wrong with me, right? And I hated that. I hated it so much because I was feeling this, but they were telling me that I wasn't. So it caused so much inner turmoil. But what was interesting is it wasn't any of what they said. They were all wrong. Those were just stories that they made up from their assumptions. INFJs, especially autistic INFJs, we are in a constant state of hyperawareness. This means that our body never fully relaxes. Even when we think we're resting, we're not. And it's quite interesting. Stick with me on this because we're going to do a little exercise and I'm going to show you what I mean. If you were raised by a high critical parent or a narcissistic parent, or maybe both your parents, or if you were exposed to a lot of trauma, then you're probably experiencing what we're talking about with that chronic pain or digestive issues or headaches or whatever's going on in there. A life where you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells. This is linked to it. So if you feel like you're constantly tiptoeing around everybody and you don't want to trigger anybody and you felt like that ever since you were little, then this is probably what's going on. So the little activity that I want to do is I want you to take a couple deep breaths, whatever feels good for you. Breathe in a few deep breaths and just kind of get back into your body. And I want you to notice, do a scan and notice what muscles are tense, what's tight in your body. When I did this, when I was learning about all of this and I did this, I was blown away at how tense I was. I would set timers throughout the day. We're going to talk about this in a little bit, so that I would notice what's going on in my body, because as an INFJ, we spend a lot of time in our head and we forget to get back into our body, but we need to be in our body to do this. So notice what is tense in your body, how many muscles. For me, when I did this, everything. My fists were always clenched. I even had my toes curled up and clenched. My shoulders were always up and tensed. I would be sitting there waiting for my son, pick him up from school, and that's how I was. I'd be listening to a podcast, something that I really enjoyed doing, and I was ready to fight, ready to run away. I was so tense. I'm like, holy smokes, what's going on? So I had to do practice to release all those muscles. It was crazy. I couldn't believe how tense I was all the time. Every single moment of the day, I was tense. So I had to do a lot of mindful work to release these muscles, to get in the habit of relaxing. Why does this happen? INFJs absorb emotion, stress, and energy from everybody else. So not only do we have our own, but we have everybody else's to absorb. The body processes this like a constant low-level threat. The body just thinks there's always a threat going on. So chronic overthinking, emotional suppression, it leads to physical tension, right? I know I was a chronic overthinker, and even to this day, I have to be mindful of overthinking, because I will just naturally start overthinking. When I start overthinking, my shoulders go up. My shoulders go up and I get clenched fists. My jaw tightens. I'll start getting a pain in here because my jaw is right tight. I have my teeth wore down from doing that because I grind my teeth. It's horrible. Fight or flight mode stays activated longer than it should. The body doesn't get a chance to rest, and this is not healthy at all. This all leads to a dysregulated nervous system. Dysregulated nervous system. That's what I wanted to say. Kind of mumbled that up. I'm sure that you have seen it's kind of a trend going across social media where people are talking about this. Take this trend serious if you're an INFJ, autistic INFJ, and just pay attention to what they're sharing about it, because there is a very good chance that this is what you're dealing with. A very good chance. Can't guarantee it, but a very good chance. This happens. A dysregulated nervous system is when our body stays stuck in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn long after the stressor is gone. It may be stuck in there even if there wasn't a stressor. There may not have ever been a stressor, but we think there is one. Instead of calming down, our system keeps running on high alert, like a car engine is revving and its engine constantly in a parking lot. So symptoms of this, of a dysregulated nervous system, symptoms aren't what I would have paired to my nervous system, which I found really interesting. So chronic muscle tension, it kind of makes sense if you're always tense. Unexplained fatigue, digestive issues, frequent headaches or migraines, things like fibromyalgia has been linked to this, arthritis and chronic joint pain, chronic anxiety, feeling like you're always scared. I was always scared. I didn't know why. I was sure there was a threat. If you would have asked me what the threat was, I would have been like, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's there. I think the sky's going to fall on me or something. There was always a threat. I was always scared. And I don't mean just a little bit scared, like uneasy. I mean, I was scared all the time. Feeling like you're walking on eggshells, or always hyper aware, looking for a threat. So you can't relax. Like if you're in a social situation, you're always just looking around because you know something bad's going to happen. Even though nothing ever does, we still stay stuck in that. So what do we do about this? Like I said, we need to get out of our head and into our body, which can be a challenge for INFJs. What I did was I set timers throughout my day. So depending on how busy your day is, maybe it's 3 times a day. Set a timer. When the timer goes off, do a quick body scan. Okay, body, how am I feeling? Notice where you're tense and then intentionally relax it. And, just say, there is no threat. I even had to take it one step further, and I had to say to myself, I am safe, I am loved, I am okay, which was what Mel Robbins taught me to say those. I can't take credit for that. Mel Robbins taught me to say that, and it works so good to get back into my body. And then I would notice 3 things around me, and I chose to notice 3 amazing things, 3 beautiful things, because that's what I like around me. It doesn't matter where I was, I would find 3 things, and this would help me relax my muscle. What else can we do? We do more things that we love to do. Okay. Things that bring you joy. For me, it's writing, spending time out in nature, meditating, exercise. Things like yoga and Tai Chi, the mind-body connection will really, really help you with this. Singing and dancing to your favorite playlist, even if it sounds ridiculous and you're worried someone's going to see you, do it in your house. You can pull your curtains if you want, but you're really going to feel a lot better if you've got those tense muscles. If you just put on your favorite playlist and turn it up loud and dance like no one's watching, because no one's watching anyway. Huge one for me is force therapy. That is huge. Lots of healing goes on out there. There is lots of information about force therapy. You can just go on Amazon and find books, or there's stuff on YouTube, but it will also help. Your body isn't betraying you. It's trying to protect you. It's doing what it thinks it's supposed to be doing. But when our nervous system is stuck in stress mode, it takes a toll on us. It really, truly does. It's not in your head. You're not making it up. You're not a sissy. You're not looking for attention. That's what's going on. But the good news is awareness is the first step to changing this and feeling better. It was amazing once I started doing this, how much better I felt. All those chronic aches and pains went away until I get back with the dysregulated nervous system. I'm having a hard time saying that word today. That's my indication that, okay, I need to practice more mindfulness. What's going on here? Because I know what's going on, but I need to identify why this is going on, what triggered it. Start paying attention to where you're holding your tension and giving yourself permission to release it. You don't need to hang on to it anymore. Release it. Even something as simple as taking a deep breath can begin to reset your system. Did you know that? Those deep breaths are so powerful. Small steps lead to big shifts. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thanks for sticking with me. Again, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, feel free to share it. The more times it's shared, the more INFJs we get to help, and that's what it's all about. And don't forget, if you're interested in the virtual INFJ meet and greet to connect with other INFJs or autistic INFJs, check out the link in the description of this video. Thanks, and I will see you real soon with another video. Bye-bye for now.